it's on the martial arts of drumming. So what does this mean? The martial arts of drumming. This is just about the movement of what it takes to be playing our instrument. And I love to really look at it from this angle. I really call it how you move is how you groove. How you move is how you groove. Now, a fascinating idea to me is that I used to think that the sound of drumming came from the wood of the stick hitting whatever it is that you're impacting on the drum set. But it actually comes from the movement in between. So your sound actually is created from what's happening in the air between the actual impact. So it's not coming from the impact. It's coming from whatever you do in between the hits. So it's the movement in between the sound, you could say. And I call this the martial arts of drumming. You could also call it a dance, the dance of drumming. So how you move is how you groove. The way you move is going to dictate your sound. The way you move is going to dictate your sound. Now, here's my imaginary ukulele. Okay, ukulele is about this big. It's a small instrument. Okay, and actually, I guess even I was going to say that if you play a small instrument, you're not moving very much. But I've seen even some ukulele players that how you move your body is your expression. You're really playing the instrument with your entire body. So as I think about this, even if you play a small instrument, I guess that it would still be in how you move would be how you groove on that instrument as well. But the drums happens to be a huge instrument. So it's literally like sometimes even bigger than my arms can reach. You could bear hug the drums. So how we do certain movements in a song, and it's literally like almost like a move would be on martial arts, maybe like a sweep could be something like that. It could almost be like how you would a parry block or something, and like that. So we want to always pay attention to how the movements are of what we're doing in drumming. And a fantastic way, if you're drumming, I hope you've checked out the Moeller stroke. I've got some lessons on this. There are many great people teaching this, but the Moeller stroke, it's basically a whipping motion of the stick. I'm not going to get into it so much right now, but basically it's the movement of what's happening in between your strokes. So it's like almost like the martial arts of what you're doing. One of the best ways I found to learn this is to watch your favorite drummers, a video. So just go on YouTube and find a good video of Steve Gadd or whoever your favorite drummers are, and watch it with the sound on mute. Now, the first time I heard this seems crazy. Like, drumming is all about listening and sound and the sounds you're creating, but watch the video in mute. So no sound, turn the sound off. It's actually fascinating because without the sound, you'll see what they're doing in terms of how they're moving and the martial arts of drumming in what they're doing and the dance that they're creating. And you'll see how that actually dictates what the final product of the sound is. And the sound is really like the end tip of the iceberg, the end result of all that movement that they do in between the sound. So it's a fascinating thing for me to think about, and that was one of the most insightful things that I ever learned, and I want to pass that to you and hope that helps you. So think about the martial arts of drumming, really video yourself and watch how you're moving and really see if you can fine-tune this and take it to the next level and really look at your movements, even in between the sounds. I've seen some drummers, and even when they're not playing, they're moving, and then they come back in with the full beat. So it's awesome. Keep on the journey, and even though drums make up so much noise and such a wall of sound that drums create, we're actually looking at this from the flip side of what happens in the silence. So music is also space and silence. So go deep into these ideas and let it take your own playing to the next level, and think deeply and, maybe differently, and disrupt yourself on your normal way of thinking to really break things apart and get to your 2.0 and 3.0 and beyond. So have fun practicing, stay the path, and enjoy it.